So the national anthems have been played, and the teams huddle on their halves before they go and greet the other team here before the opening tip. Still got 3.5 minutes away from that. Well, it's a big occasion for Angola. First time.
Yep, that's right. First time here at the World Championship level. They returned 6 of the players that were successful in the 2013 Afrobasket. As we see the officials.
From Spain, France, and Tunisia. And I suppose really that with Angola, it wasn't so much a surprise that they made it, having qualified to play at the last Olympics as well.
Well, no, I mean, I was lucky enough to go to the Afrobasket for men last year, and the organisation of the Angolan team on the men's side was absolutely fantastic. So for me, a matter of time before the women's catch up with them. There is the lineup. As I said, 6 coming back, and the key duo, the number 13, Mauricio, superb player, and then also the number 14, Manuel. Those two will start. There will be a difficult matchup for any team in this tournament, that's for sure.
Guadalupe, Eusebio, and Tomas also in the starting lineup. There's Marina Malkovic, daughter of Bozdar Malkovic. And you see Serbia's roster. And I suppose you have to single out Jelena Milovanovic as a really explosive player for them, who's been with them for a long time. You got the Dabovic twins. You got Rad.
Yeah, Milovanovic is the key player, really. She's the leading returning scorer. She has that WNBA experience, and this is a team that has 10 of their 2013 team from the Eurobasket returning. So they'll be able to, or hoping to, build on that momentum that they had towards the end.
So you've got Krnic, Milovanovic, Butalija, and the Dabovic sisters in that starting 5 for Serbia. And the one thing I'll remember about Serbia last year at the Eurobasket Women in France is how they really got after Italy playing defense. And we'll see if that comes to the fore today. There's the Milovanovic and Mauricio, Narcisella Mauricio. I had a chance to see Mauricio play for the first time back in 2008 at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Madrid, and she was outstanding. And initially, she wasn't in this squad, and I think there was a lot of pressure. There was, you know, I don't know the full story as to why she wasn't in, but she was later included. And, you know, you're talking about the former Afrobasket MVP, and so she no doubt wants to come out and make a statement here in this game and in this tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you talked about the Serbian defense. It's for sure going to have to key on 2 players. You know, the one we've already highlighted, Mauricio, averaged 12 points, 6 rebounds at the last Afrobasket. Manuel, 11.8 points and 7 rebounds a game. So those two, the inside, the forward duo, are the ones that Serbia are going to have to shut down.
And Malkovic will no doubt have scouted Angola, looked back at some of the films, and she'll have an idea of how she wants to get after the African champions. Hannibal Moreira, former national team player himself, is the coach of Angola. And he's, you know, no matter what, Angola are going to win. There you see the fans. They've had a good crowd turn out tonight from the Angolan section. Yeah, they're actually right across from the Serbian bench, so they'll get a chance to have to look at them.
As you're saying, the Angolans are a winner. This is the early stages, really, of their dominance at the women's level in Africa, and then going on to the world stage and building on the back of the men's performance. You know, the men will be disappointed with their production at the FIBA World Cup. For men, you know, they were missing the Afrobasket MVP, Carlos Moraes. They also had a couple of injuries which really hampered the team they were able to send, but hopefully with this women's team, you know, a lot of the Afrobasket, the key players there are here today. Let's see how they do on this level.
Well, hello everybody. You're looking live inside the Abdi Apechi, the 2014 FIBA World Championship for Women Group D game. Serbia and Angola, and we are just seconds away from the opening tip. We've already seen Australia win today, and following them we saw Belarus survive a real scare from Korea. Now it's Europe and Africa squaring off in the World Championship for women. And Serbia in the white, Angola in the red. And the Spanish referee puts it up, Antonio Conde, and it's the Dabovic sisters who get their hands on the ball first. Anna over to Milica, and Milica fouled. A cheap foul to give away early on from Nadir Manuel.
Especially on one of your key players. Manuel will be frustrated with that. The arm's just out. She wasn't quick enough. It's a cheap one. Exactly the right term there, Jeff.
Now Milovanovic, her shot is no good. Tomas had the rebound. Tough play, but kind of triggers an opportunity here for Angola. And Milica Dabovic spoils the party up there in the stands. You can hear the burst of applause when Angola started to attack, and Angola careless with the ball. Eusebio's guarding Anna Dabovic. And now Milica Dabovic gets it over to Butaliha, and Butaliha's shot goes off of Manuel out of bounds. This is if Manuel didn't see that ball falling because she didn't really react to catch it.
Come off the ring quickly. Often for the African teams, the tactical play of the Europeans causes them problems. If they can keep it in this slow game as they've been doing one-on-one, they'll be happy.
And Dabovic drives in. Nobody there to collect the rebound, and Milovanovic pulls up short. Milica Dabovic gets in there and knocks it into the hands of Butaliha. And Milovanovic gets in, is fouled by Manuel. So a little bit of a ropey start here for Angola.
Absolutely, 2 fouls already, Manuel, and they've given up a number of offensive rebounds, 3 already. So frustrating for them, not the start to their World Cup outing they would have hoped.
Mauricio plays defense and denies, and finally she comes down with the rebound and hands it off to Eusebio.
Crowd again on their feet.
Mauricio for 3, good! And you can hear the crowd, they're going nuts.
Shows her quality immediately, stops as the trail, feet set.
It took just one shot for Angola to take the lead. Serbia so far 0 for 5.
I don't think Angola could trade one shot for 5 throughout this game though. Picked up another foul, that's their 3rd as a team.
So Krnic hands it off. Milovanovic gets into Krnic, and another miss. Dabovic was going to try to sneak in there and come up with a steal. Guadalupe calls the play. She says, clear out, I'm coming to the basket. She puts up a runner, and Milovanovic gets the outlet over to Dabovic, who goes right in and scores with the left hand.
Easy finish from Dabovic. Angola are going to have to control the boards, control the tempo. They don't want Serbia to get easy opportunities in transition.
And Dabovic anticipated, or no, Butaliha goes in and misses the layup. Milica Dabovic gets the rebound. And right now it looks like Serbia just playing a step quicker against the Angolans. Milovanovic finally gets one to drop. And Serbia have taken the lead for the first time. Eusebio brings it across midcourt. Now Guadalupe gets into the lane, hands it off to Felipe, and Krnic was able to knock it away. Dabovic gets inside. Ball batted out off of a Angolan hand, and Serbia will maintain possession.
Angola's just almost too casual getting back in defense there.
Krnić. Now Mauricio. Mauricio a little bit out of control and turns it over with a charge. Charges right into Milivanovic.
Out of sort start for Angola, really. Haven't got going in this one. Defensively, they're not really engaged, you would have said. You know, they haven't secured the rebounds. They've been allowing Serbia to just run their patterns, and then offensively, you don't get a sense of where they want to go with the ball so far in this game. Often you have a game plan coming in, knowing who you want to get shots. We haven't seen that.
Dabovic. Ana Dabovic goes to work, and Tomas chases it down, passes over to Mauricio. And tough move down low from Felipe, but she didn't get off a good shot. And quickly to Milica Dabovic, and she puts it up off the glass and in.
Angola have got to realize the moment Serbia get the ball, they're in attack mode. They're going to try and push, they're going to try and score. They've got to get back and establish their defense, not just get back with bodies.
And the drive from number 10, Guadalupe. She had the shot, she missed it.
No help. Milivanovic is going to go one-on-one, and that's bad news for Angola. They can't give her that much room to go one-on-one. This is somebody who averaged 14 a game at the Eurobasket last year. She's a fantastic scorer.
Yep. She's played a lot of years in the EuroLeague as well. And now she reaches in and just takes that ball away. Felipe tries to push Krnić out of the lane. And Ana Dabovic is fouled beforehand by Tomas.
Dabovic knew she had a mismatch. She was trying to call out, Krnić to get out of the way so she could attack one-on-one. It's exactly what she did, drew the foul. 5 fouls already against Angola, so Tomas becomes the second player on to 2. We'll see how deep this Angolan team is very quickly.
So up to a 9-3 lead. We saw the early lead from Angola from the Mauricio shot from the arc. And since then, it's been all Serbia in every respect of the game. Mauricio has to bring it up the floor against Buthelija. She does. And fouled by Dabovic, Ana Dabovic. Mauricio played professionally in Spain.
And she's already shown her quality play. Brings the ball up the floor. She's hit the 3. She's kind of done a bit of everything. And unfortunately, teammates have missed those opportunities at the ring and taken quick, perhaps ill-advised shots so far.
Well, her pass into Colom, and that's good.
And that's where they do need to take advantage. The double team comes on Mauricio. She passes out there to a Colom. The others have to score.
Buthelija. That gets the drums going again in the Angolan fan section. Milivanovic off the rim. Krnić had position but couldn't bring it down. Mauricio puts up another 3. And Tomas unable to collect it. No, Colom rather, number 12. Milica Dabovic looks off the defender, keeps it. Mauricio comes down with it and is fouled from behind.
Good fake from Dabovic, moved the defense, but she's got to make that. Serbia, for as well as they played, really haven't shot the ball at all well. 4 of 13 from 2-point range, 0 of 2 for 3 as well. So,
well, you can see that Mauricio, it's hard to believe that at one point she wasn't going to be in this team because she seems to be 80% of the team at this stage of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether it's bringing it down the floor, taking the shots, or getting the rebounds. Her pass to Gela. Eduardo, that's good.
Confident looking three, applauded from the side as well. Defense tried to go underneath.
And Adabovic, a little shifty, kind of loses the ball and has to throw it into the hands of Angola. Eduardo brings it across so Angola can pull level. They take the lead with a three. Look at the crowd section here. Guadalupe, they're going nuts. And Guadalupe, frustrating start for her. So desperately, there's a lot of the fans from Angola. The Chad's coming into the game, a feisty little point guard. Number 4. And Butalija uses the glass, misses. And Angola failed to collect the rebound.
They've done a good job defensively through a lot of possessions, but then failed to get the rebound, and that's another one. You know, they don't foul, they force a miss. They've got to take in every defensive rebound, because that's what happens if you don't.
Yep. You give away second opportunities, and a player like Milovanovic will punish you. Gala. Felipe lowers his shoulder, gets in there, and the blocking foul on Butalija.
Number 10 on the Malanzana Butalija. First person of foul and team starts.
Well, she was clearing out a little bit there.
Indicate for Angola. Angola's oyuna gelen şut number 9 numaran Artemis Afonso.
So Mauricio is going to come over and catch a breather here with 2:41 remaining in the first quarter. Gala hands it, gets it in, and gets it back. And she penetrates and drives and just missed the layup.
It was a good move. It was similar to what we've seen from Serbia. Get to the ring and miss. Difference is Serbia then get the offensive rebound and the score afterwards. For Angola, they can't get that extra possession.
Well, Radica comes in, puts up a short little jumper. And Milovanovic with another rebound and just spins and puts it up and in. That's why we highlighted her at the beginning of the game. Just scores as easy as you like and takes it back to a 6-point advantage. And now the interception. And all the way. And finally this one goes in from Jovanovic, who's come into the game off the bench. And she brings a lot of energy defensively for Serbia, and she shows it at the first opportunity. Timeout. Well, Serbia not shooting lights out by any stretch of the imagination, but the big difference there is you can see they're getting a lot more opportunities. 7 of 18 inside the arc.
Well, it's just incredible. They've already got 6 offensive rebounds. When you consider they have 6 offensive rebounds and Angola have 7 defensive, it shows you how many opportunities there were to rebound at that end of the floor. If Angola can just tighten up, you know, this Serbian team, they've lived on offensive rebounds, a bit of transition, and that's how they've been scoring. If Angola can get them into a one-on-one game, see if Serbia can break them down and finish in one-on-one situations, and they've got a chance. Of course, the other question is going to be who's going to score for Angola, because really it's been Mauricio that's kind of done a bit of everything for them at the moment. She's on the bench. Is somebody else going to step up?
So 16-8 now, their biggest lead of the game. Penetration Milovanovic unable to corral it, and Angola were to get it back. Again, they're on the floor looking for the ball, and Krnić comes up with it over to Radicaj. Radicaj drives right down the lane, scores with the left hand.
That's a beautiful finish there. Seen a number of those opportunities missed. That was probably harder than all of them. Left-handed scoop.
An offensive foul called on Guadalupe. Nope, on Golom for the block.
To see a better angle at that one. Didn't look like it from where we were, but when you see it, the replay, referees have a better angle. So Mauricio's back into the game.
See Moreira coaching over there on the bench after making the substitution. Jovanovic passes over to Butalija, and wide open inside is Sarah Krnić.
Very fine breakdown from Angola. Just don't even know who they're marking.
Golom at the top of the key, over to Eusebio. She brings rain with that jumper, and it's good. So 30 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Angola would love to get something from their defense and in transition. Radicaj over to Krnić, now to Butalija. Butalija drives in and scores.
Serbia starting to find the basket on drives now. They'd missed early. Got the offensive rebounds now. They're making their first opportunity.
Well, Mauricio gets an open look here in the final 5 seconds of the quarter. Misses. So Serbia, they've struggled with their shot, but they've been controlling the boards, and they lead it 22-10 over the African champions.
With your big applause, here on the stage, here comes B1 Dance Show.
Well, in the Abdi Apeche there, 22-10, Serbia leading Angola to FIBA World Championship for women, and really getting a lot more shots. Angola giving away 6 offensive rebounds, and also Serbia have 5 steals. The 7 Angola turnovers, just 1 turnover for Serbia.
There are a lot of areas when you are an underdog, as we said, Angola probably are coming into this game. If you're trying to win against a favourite, there are areas you have to be really good at. You've got to secure your defensive rebounds, you've got to look after the ball, and usually you have to shoot pretty well, maybe from 3 or 2-point range. Unfortunately for Angola, they're turning the ball over, they're giving up offensive rebounds, and they're not particularly shooting a high percentage, which is the reason why they're trailing by 12 points. The other worry they've got is that, you know, Serbia got a load of offensive rebounds on opportunities you would expect them to make at the first attempt. So now as the half went on, is it nerves? Is it just starting to get comfortable with the game? They're starting to make those drives. They're starting to get finishes at the ring. And that's a big problem for Angola if those first attempts are going to go in, because points are going to pile up very quickly indeed.
Thank you very much for B1 Dance Show.
Well, it's the FIBA World Championship for women, 22-10. Serbia on top at the start of the second quarter. Mauricio goes down now, brings it back up. Pump fake and blocked from behind by Milovanovic. She was a bit hesitant to put up the 3.
And
that was a good call. Radicaj works her way open into the lane and takes it back out. Now goes back in, puts it up, and draws the foul.
It's the angle from Eusebio. She's guarding the ball. She's in a one-on-one situation. You can't allow just a blow-by if you're a point guard of that extent. You know, Radicaj just flew past her like she wasn't there, forces the help to come, and that's where it picks up the foul. Even if, you know, the foul hadn't have been committed, there was a kick to the weak side and it would have been an open three.
What's interesting is that on the first free throw attempt from Serbia, Angola's players always kind of huddle. Have you noticed that? And then they get up to the line for the second free throw.
Well, you know, it's a good thing if they're talking tactics, trying to improve themselves as they go, but they have to make those adjustments.
Right now it's 24-10, and this is danger time for the African champions. Eusebio puts up a high arcing shot, and she's pretty confident with that.
It is a high arc, isn't it, from Eusebio? She's 4 points a game at the 2013 Afrobasket.
And it goes in off the glass.
And again, the breakdown on the perimeter. Just the angle that the defender's standing at is making it too easy for the Serbian players to drive, and we know they can either finish or they're going to make a good pass.
And Mauricio just loses the ball as she dribbles. Eduardo is going to re-enter the game for Afonso.
I know it's early, but the question is it time for Nadir Manuel to come back? She sat out almost immediately. She's only played 1 minute. She's got 2 fouls, but there's so much time to go in this game. If you wait too long, is the game going to be over by the time she comes back on? We'll go to a zone though, Angola. See if this changes it.
Wide open, Radicaj from the right corner. And Serbia certainly getting numerous opportunities.
I'm not sure if Angola were actually in the zone. 2 players were, but the other 3 didn't appear to be. So I'm not sure if it was a miscommunication between the players and the coach or what, but, you know, another breakdown, really.
And Eusebio just lost the ball. Now, Radicaj gets into the lane, passes it back out to Milovanovic. That's part of her arsenal, but she was just a little short on that. It caught the rim and it stayed out. So that ball goes out of bounds off of Serbia.
I think that probably should have been Serbian ball. The fact that every Angolan player walked in the opposite direction. And they get another opportunity here. They need a run. They need a spark. Even their crowd now is sitting. Come on, if this goes, maybe that will elevate them once more.
Up to Jovanovic, but she can't control it.
So Angola just needs something, a 4-point run, a 6-point run, a 3. The crowd wants to cheer them on. They want to be loud. They want to be vocal, but at the moment they've got nothing to cheer about.
Butalija with the pressure on Guadalupe. Come over to Eduardo. And ball goes out of bounds. So this is Group D. China and the USA also in Group D. Jovanovic.
Here's a zone from Angola.
Krnjic rather gets inside, and nobody's keeping Butalija out of the lane at all. She's doing a little bit of everything. Reads the situation well and doesn't even come down. She just follows it immediately and takes it up to the biggest lead of the game, 16 points. Penetration, the drive. Now Radicaj. Over to Butalija, who goes in again and is hit.
Great spacing on the break there. ran wide, and then at the last opportunity, what you see her cut into the picture there from the right-hand corner. Butalicia, excellent job. Of course, point guard play was on point as well. Butalicia.
Well, Milovanovic will come out, and she'll be replaced by Rad. And Kernjus also comes out, and replacing her is Adjikovic. Now, Rad, watch her because she's got the ability to bury the three-pointer.
Well, she's an 8-point-a-game player off the bench at Eurobasket last year, but something we talked about in the earlier game. Now Serbia with this comfortable lead, playing well, can rotate players, get confident, rest people going forward, try to get everybody involved, and players coming in off the bench, they're confident, they're comfortable because they've got a 17-point lead, rather than needing to come in where, you know, it's a tight game. So if you haven't played at this level before, if you're nervous before the tournament, it's a great opportunity for you now if you're a Serbian player.
Eusebio up top, remember the, well, as you look at that missed jump shot, and Jovanovic quickly up the floor. The winner of the group goes straight to the quarterfinals. The teams who finish second and third will play effectively what would be round of 16 games, or or games to get into the quarterfinals. And a long jumper, the friendly bounce for Jovanovic. Bounces up and in. And the foul on the substitute, Adjikovic. Now, going back to the point about Rad, yes, she was an 8-point-per-game player, but last year in crunch time against the Czech Republic, she had 14 points and 6 rebounds as they got into the quarterfinals. Then in the quarterfinals, she had 15 points. And then she had 15 in the semifinal against Spain. So she saves her best for the business end of the tournament, perhaps. But right now, Angola just not getting anything going offensively. And they're trailing 32-12. There's Rad, and right on cue.
Makes you look a clever man. Hits the three.
Thank you very much, Jovana.
Yep. Still problems for Angola. They've gone to the zone. That hasn't worked. What's the next thing they can do?
Tomas gets inside. Well,
2-point baskets from Angola.
Had brought Manuel back into the game, but she hasn't affected it in the minute or so she's been on.
Oh, inside to Rad, misses the reverse. Gives an opportunity for Eusebio. Angola. Eusebio dribbling around. Rad goes for the steal. Manuel comes in and has the ball blocked. Cado also in. Number 6, she's in the left corner for Serbia. And it's, as you said, a chance for all the Serbian players to play right now with such a commanding lead.
Another offensive rebound that continues to dominate. 22-13 on the boards.
Entry pass stolen by Manuel. And Radicai went for the steal. Tomas goes in and draws the foul. I think it's from Cado.
That's why rebounding is so important. When you do get the defensive rebound, it's a platform for you to be able to run. You know, players break out quickly. You've got Thomas running the floor, getting ahead of everybody else. So the impact of Manuel, both scoring the basketball but also controlling the boards. When she's on the bench, that's something they've really struggled with. Now she's back, she grabs it, and it's an easy break for them.
You know, you talked about just do something to get that Angolan crowd into it. And sure enough, one free throw, you just heard like a huge burst of applause over there.
I mean, these are fans that travel They follow the men's team everywhere. AfroBasket is a fantastic experience with the Angolan fans. They want to cheer their team on, but you know, when they've only scored 16 points and they're down, you know, 20 or 19, there's not a lot for them to cheer about right now.
Entry pass, and Serbia's Adjikovic sticks with it. She follows up her own miss, gets it back.
With another offensive rebound and another 2 points.
Thomas hands it off. And Guadalupe uses the left hand, no good. And the ball is fumbled out of bounds. Adjikovic hands it off to Jovanovic. Could be that we won't see the starters for the rest of the half here. Rad.
He said she could shoot.
No, she's 1 of 2. Jovanovic over to Radicai, makes the layup easily and stretches the lead to 39-16.
Look at this pressure still, despite the big lead. Great energy.
And Serbia out-hustle Angola to the ball.
What these players do, they're trying to fight for minutes, the Serbians. Now, later on in this tournament, this is basically the bench
Radicai travels.
Especially the bench team for Serbia at the moment. So they're showing they can play at this level. They should be getting more minutes. It's an opportunity for them to prove to their coach that they're good players.
And Vegas very careless with the ball, and Radicai just takes it away and goes in and scores with the left hand.
That's the difference, you know. Vegas, 19 years old, not played in a major tournament before. She's coming in trailing by 20 points, having to make something happen for her team. Nerves get the better of us. Silly turnover.
So Jovanovic passes up to Radicai. And 1:20 remaining in the second quarter. Rad's pass.
It's going to be the third foul on Manuel.
So Manuel battling for position down low, whistled for the foul. Gonçalves and Alfonso are going to come in. Guadalupe also comes out.
Small lineup now for Angola. See if it'll make them quicker, more perimeter orientated. You have to worry about the rebounds though.
Rad goes in, draws the foul. That is the fourth team foul for Angola with 1:13 to go here in the second quarter. And really, Serbia just took control about halfway through the opening quarter, and they've just kind of raced away, haven't they? Radicai.
She's causing problems for anybody that guards her. Radicai broken the defense down consistently. And look at that, again, scoop. She scooped with the left and the right. Nearly got another steal as well while we were watching the replay.
First personal foul in team scored. Sırbistan düşürücü takım faulü. Enter the game for Serbia. Sırbistan'da oyuna
Radicai leaves the court. Vegas goes up and is fouled. Mandic has come in, meanwhile, for Radicai, number 5.
The 11th Serbian player to see the floor.
Well, suppose with the USA coming up as well as China for either of these teams, but it looks like especially for Serbia, you know they need to come out and be convincing tonight and build some momentum. They were almost riding their luck last year to advance after losing their opening couple of games, and they barely beat Latvia, I remember, to move on into that next phase.
Yeah, well, it's the difference, how they start the tournament. I'm sure they remembered last year, and they talked about the fact they didn't want to put themselves in a hole in their attempt for qualification. Start off well. You know, again, you'd say probably they were favourites going into the game against Great Britain. They couldn't get the victory here. They want another upset against Angola in this one, that's for sure. Perhaps that's why we've seen such a focused performance from them.
Mercado there with the long one. Now up to Tomas. Villegas. In it goes, and another turnover leads it to Rad. And that's how it finishes. Serbia unable to convert that last one, but really they are in complete domination mode. 46-18 against an Angola team that's making its first appearance at the FIBA World Championship for women. Well, here in the Abbey Apeche in Istanbul at halftime, it's Serbia 46-18 on top of Angola. And you can look at the graphics, the statistics. It's just complete domination, especially the 10 offensive rebounds, giving away so many second opportunities. Second chance points, 12 for Serbia, none for Angola. That's just part of the story. 13 turnovers for Angola. And Radica has the 10 points leading the way for Serbia.
Well, it's been a very good, very impressive performance from Serbia. They've played what's in front of them. They've done exactly what they would have hoped, got themselves a substantial lead. And like we said, now they're going to go into cruise mode, practice for the games going forward, which will determine their fate in this tournament.
Well, don't go away. There's more action to come here in the second half. 46-18, Serbia on top of Angola.
Top. Tamara. 420, Sunshine, Couture. 420.
Serbia leading at 46-18 at halftime over Angola, just completely dominating the African champions. And Lloyd, I don't know, let's be honest here. Serbia finished 4th at the Eurobasket Women. Angola won the AfroBasket. So it really shows on this evidence a gulf in class. But if you look at Mozambique taking on Canada earlier today, they finished runners-up last year at the AfroBasket. They actually were they were right there at halftime, and they fought to the end. That was a much closer game. So Angola, so far, hugely difficult start, or disappointing start.
Yeah, absolutely. We know this is a team that's got good quality, but they haven't played well. The foul trouble, you just can't describe how much of an effect that can have on a game. When you're coming in, Manuel and Mauricio were key performers. The pair of them, they're averaging 24 points and 13 rebounds a game, and you've taken away half of that pretty much by taking out Manuel from almost the entire first half. And then when she did go in, the game's at such a big margin by then. She's frustrated that she hasn't played. She's not able to play her regular game. And you put players that aren't comfortable in certain positions into those positions, forcing them to be a scorer. So I don't think you can take that first half as an example of Angola as a whole. I think they need to play better without a doubt in this half here. But let's judge them over the 3 games. I think they'll hopefully get better as the tournament goes on.
Whereas for Serbia, well, they're ahead of schedule last year by getting this far. And they have to start thinking, wow, we're pretty good. They're beating Angola, but don't forget, they got to the semifinals of the Eurobasket Women. And from my perspective, this is a team that they can maybe do something. If they get hot like they did last year, they could go all the way, and compete for a medal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Serbia are a great example to Angola of a team that started the tournament badly but got better as it went on. I would say on the flip side, for Serbia, let's not get too excited over one performance. They've done pretty well, but they've dominated the glass.
Lloyd, you are no fun. Come on, don't rain on their parade. They have come out and scored 46 points in the first half.
And they've played tremendously well, but at the same time, I would say, don't get carried away. You played tremendously well, but you've done it on the back of, you missed a lot of shots early, got offensive rebounds against the smaller team.
Well, 46-18, Serbia winning here in the FIBA World Championship for Women, here in Istanbul, against Angola. And Angola just trying to get something positive going, and I guess that's a positive start.
Yeah, I mean, it's small steps. The first one is they need to win a quarter. If they can do that, that's a positive for them. If they can win the third quarter, ideally score 20-odd points or so, then they'll be happy.
Oh, that's a good start. And Guadalupe has been silent tonight, so that's a positive start for her. Gets it back to a 25-point deficit.
No space for Manuel in the starting lineup. She's got those 3 fouls again. For me, I'd say she's got to play. There's no point in saving her for the end of the game, when the end of the game might be a 40-point loss.
Well, Radicai had a game-high 10 points at halftime, and now she's got 12 points coming off the bench.
Well, she might have a career high in this one. Radicai is absolutely torching those Angolan defenders. She's gone past all of them.
Eusebio brings rain, but doesn't make the shot. And now Radicai again. Jovanovic. Radicai thought about it. Dribbles in. Over to Jovanovic for 3. And the ball goes out of bounds.
She snatched it a little bit. Didn't seem to shoot it quite smoothly on that one. Jovanovic. But again, good point guard play from Radicai. She penetrated. She stopped. She was under control. Kicked it back out again when she couldn't get to the ring.
You see Mauricio is guarded by Jovanovic, and Felipe is guarded by Rad. So Eusebio pulls up at the line, Looks like she almost got hit in the arm, but the ball goes out of bounds. With some of the physicality in the game. Ajakovic. Malkovich electing to start with the team that she had on the floor at the end of the first half.
I mean, the starters from Serbia have sat for a very long time indeed.
Second personal foul, and teams first.
You know, for me, I'm not sure about that. I'd get them in and out. You know, you want to rest them, but at the same time, you don't want them not to play. It's the first game of a tournament. You want them to get used to the arena, used to the rings.
Ajakovic drives in, puts it up too hard, but gets the rebound. Kato brings some rain and gets the three-pointer.
Problems continue for Angola. Give up another offensive rebound, punished once more, this time with a three.
Fourth three-pointer for Serbia. Felipe backs up Rad, puts it up, and earns a trip to the free throw line as Kato reaches in for the foul.
Third personal foul, and teams first. Service and
Three fouls on her.
At the line for two. Gandula Felipe, iki servis atış kullanacak.
Felipe takes her time and makes the first one. FIBA World Championship for Women. It's the first day of the competition here in Ankara. And after this game, the USA and China will renew acquaintances.
Both teams already here watching this one.
Kato's pass intercepted. And Rad reaches in with a tactical foul. Up 29 points. Stops the fast break. I guess you never want to develop bad habits.
No, but then I'm looking at you because the game before that was an unsportsmanlike foul. I don't see the difference between that one and what they called in the last game where they whistled for an unsportsmanlike. Perhaps, you know, the biggest difference was that was one of the last offenders as well, so probably more likely to have been called an unsportsmanlike.
Tough shot. Serbia challenging those Angolan shooters. Ivanovic over to Radicaj. Pulls up at the line. Ajakovic crashes the boards and crashes into the Angolan player. Mauricio.
Second personal foul, and teams third. Service and üçüncü tackle foul.
There's only been a handful of teams to win the FIBA World Championship for women. The old Soviet Union, USA.
Australia, Brazil. 4 in total.
Only 4, not 5.
No. No, 4 in total. I'm going to check my records, but yeah.
Just want to make you think.
And we're lucky enough to have 2 of them here with us in Istanbul.
Eusebio's pass goes out of bounds. And it's going to go back over to Serbia. Now the Angolan coach, Moreira, Anibal Moreira, calling his players forward to get some full court pressure here.
No, it's their ball. It was deflected.
Oh, sorry, I've got you.
Out of bounds, yeah. So it hit the Serbian player and then it hit the stanchion, so it goes to Angola.
I see what you're saying now, yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's taken long enough to restart this. I think the referees are a bit confused. Mauricio inbounds it to Guadalupe. Mauricio into the corner. Tomas drives, and another foul. Ajakovic.
Very good move from Angola, but it's one of the few times we've seen actually the offense develop. You know, the ball being swung from one side to the other, people be unselfish and reverse it to give the opportunity for Thomas to go one-on-one. Before that, we've seen people shoot before we even get to that stage of the offense.
Well, Mauricio just has it taken away from Kato. And she goes back outside to Radicaj. Serbia over to Mauricio inside, and an easy one for Tomas. Correa applauds his team.
A good break from Thomas. Runs to the front of the ring as you want all bigs to do. Some substitutions coming in for Serbia. Starters starting to make their way back into the game.
Radicaj outside, looks for some space. You can see some substitutions here for Serbia. And the penetration, and Ivanovic scores with a little runner.
I like Ivanovic. I think she's a good player. One of those that does a bit of everything, multi-talented, can play multiple positions.
I think what's going to help Serbia through this tournament is they do have the capacity to play D. And the offensive foul, Mauricio.
Number 14, Mauricio. Second personal foul.
Second foul on her.
Mauricio, she's a case in point. She's trying to make the play early. So she's getting it off one pass and then trying to make the play. And a lot of that is because throughout the game, if she's given it up, she hasn't got it back later in an offense. So this is where Angola need a little bit more craft to move the ball from one side to the other. A little more of an offense before they go to attack.
Rad drives in, uses the glass.
Beautiful finish from her.
Now Angola. Felipe's shot was off the backboard and no good. Now the Dabovic sisters back in, and Anna puts one up. Guadalupe collects the rebound. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter. Eusebio. Now Mauricio puts it up, and well, she seemed to be in a rush, like you said. She got that one to fall.
Well, just 5 points for her, and when you consider she got the first three of the game.
Ivanovic goes up and comes down hard.
Number 10 on the Sonia Guadalupe. Third personal foul.
Watch this. He got tripped up there.
At the line for two, Nevana Jovanovic. İki servis atış kullanacak.
So it could be that we'll see Butalija come in for her after the free throws. Ivanovic has 7 points, as you can see there. Second one is good. And she's going to come out and catch a breather after that fall. And gets high fives over there on the Serbian bench. Butalija back in.
Still the pressure from Serbia.
And Butalija, just steps in, takes away from Tomas. Dabovic called for carrying the ball. She looks over at the referee and says, "You got it." I did. I admit it.
Good call from the official.
There's Eusebio again, guarded by Dabovic. Now the dump. And Tomas is fouled by Milovanovic, who's using her hands to try to keep her out of the lane.
This is my only concern for Serbia going forward. The inside play. Milovanovic isn't really an inside player. She's a forward, but when you have a power post player, who's going to guard them from Serbia? Who from the Serbian team is going to stop a power post player going against them and having a big game? Who's going to stop them getting on the glass offensively?
Well, I seem to remember Krnjic coming in last year off the bench. She started tonight. She's got a little bit more, perhaps, the physique that you're talking about. But still, she's not a particularly huge player, is she? She's not tall. by comparison to some of the others that you might see.
Ajikovic is the other one. She's a good player. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not good players, that they are, but for me, they're more role players. They're more rotation players. They're good to come in. They don't have a star on the inside. A lot of their firepower, Serbia, is perimeter-based, and that works sometimes. Other games, you know, teams can take advantage of that.
Well, they started with 3 guards, to illustrate your point, and inside it goes to Milovanovic.
Yeah, it's plays like that. Milovanovic is not going to be able to do that against the big team.
She kicked the ball over in the stands to Candace Dupree of the United States. And she just kind of nonchalantly threw it back over to the referee. Full court pressure. And Angola finding it hard just to get the ball in bounds now. Goloma is coming in. Goes back in for Felipe.
For Serbia,
comes out, and Markovic makes her first appearance. Marina Markovic. And now the foul called against Ana Dabovic, or Milica Dabovic. Buthelija coming in from the right.
Really sure this is what Serbia were looking for. Full court pressure, committing a foul, putting Angola at the line when they're up 30 points. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yes, you know, get your offense, continue to play at a high tempo by pushing up the floor. Don't allow yourself into a lull, but you don't want to be committing fouls, extend the game. You want to get this one over with, get back to the hotel, rest up for your game tomorrow.
Get back to the hotel, get something to eat. Watch a movie, perhaps. Watch the game on TV, the next game. And it goes, and oh, what a play from Ana Dabovic. Takes it all the way in, uses the glass, and has a chance for a three-point play. Serbia picks up the foul. Ana Dabovic last year at the Eurobasket Women had the dodgy knee. You can see she's got both knees have knee braces, or knee, would you call those braces? But she had real problems last year.
Yeah, they're more padding than braces. You know, it looks like.
She looks healthier this year, that's for sure.
And she's moving well. You know, she doesn't seem to be carrying anything, but well, she didn't move well on that defensive possession.
But she takes it away. Now she's in the open court. Oh, what a pass from Dabovic.
Beautiful no-look.
So here's another look. Watch this no-look pass from Dabovic. Well, she did look at the end, but anyway, it's 63-30 in favor of Serbia. And one more look at the Dabovic pass. Offensive rebounds, rebounding stats, second effort points, all in favor of Serbia in this game. Points in the paint, no surprise with Serbia, 65% of their total coming from the lane. Smile, girls, you're up big. You're at the FIBA World Championship for women. You're having a good game.
They're having a great game. They've done everything you could ask of them. You know, I said at halftime, don't get carried away, but you know, they can only play what's in front of them. They've beaten what's in front of them. They've played well, they've shot, they've rebounded, they've played hard defensively, they've been organized. So that's all you can ask from the Serbian team, which has done well so far.
So they're going to practice some chasing here, Serbia, defensively trying to create some chaos and get some turnovers. And they get one. Markovic takes it away over to Ana Dabovic. And Angola's number 6, Rosa Gala, picks up the foul.
First personal foul.
One of those youngsters on this Angolan team, just 19 years of age. And first major championships for her as well.
That's a positive that you have to stress as Dabovic goes to the line, is that, hey, you know, she's getting some experience on the big stage. And she will know that to get to that different level, what it's going to take.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great experience for her. You know, not just in this game, but to play against the US as well.
Serbia's pressure continuing wreak some havoc here at the end of the third quarter with 2 minutes remaining. 65-30, and they've now got 5 seconds to get the ball across midcourt. So Eusebio is going to come back into the game for Mauricio. And you see that Eusebio, good substitution from the coach, but she passed up the layup. Takes it back outside. Think she should have taken that layup. Well, the long pass up to Dabovic. Milica Dabovic gets it. And Milovanovic thought about it. Now Markovic puts up the baseline jumper. Wide open, drills it.
Pressure again from Serbia. Worried about the score, are they? 2 people hounding the ball. Someone's got to come back for Angola. They can't isolate the point guard. They can't just rely on the point guard to beat this pressure because they've got 2 people guarding them. Somebody needs to flash back, and as you said, the time before where Eusebio did beat the pressure, she's got to go and score. It's the only way to get rid of pressure is if you score against it, then the defense worries about stopping the layup. They get back rather than push up against you.
Eusebio is 24 years of age, so she quite clearly is going to be with this team for a while. Gala and Viegas are both 19. And you got Gonçalves and Afonso, but each 21 years of age for Angola. Butalija hits a 3-pointer for Serbia. Butalija, so Serbia just continuing to dominate here late in the third quarter. Eduardo. And Tomas puts up a very tough shot. And Milovanovic commits the foul.
Number 10 on numara 10, Butalija. Third personal foul, 3. foul. At the line for 2, Luisa Tomas. 2 servis atış kullanacak.
Tomas rims out. Eight points tonight, as you can see. 4-5 at the line, 5 rebounds. Second one is good.
Enter the game for Angola. Angola's
Felipe is going to come in for Tomas. So Tomas takes a seat. Milovanovic dribbles between her legs. Now Dabovic, a little bit careless with the ball, but Butalija picks it up. Dabovic, and Ana Dabovic knocks down a 3-pointer.
Ana Dabovic is going for her average. She said, if I'm not going to play a lot, she played just 11 minutes in this game.
Eusebio may have gotten away with the push there. And Eusebio goes in, or Eduardo misses. And the ball goes out of bounds over to Angola.
It's a good rebound for Golon, but she just tries to dribble it straight away. Surrounded by Serbian defenders, secure the ball. If you've got space, then dribble or take it back up. If not, you need to kick it back out again.
Serbia's defense on the interior almost comes up with a steal, and again Angola are gonna get possession with 16.7 seconds remaining here in the quarter. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Eusebio for three. Good.
Solid out-of-bounds execution from Angola. Only problem is they've given this last shot to Serbia now.
And the entry pass to Milica Dabovic, and Dabovic misses. And the ball goes out of bounds over to Serbia with 1.3 seconds remaining. Markovic for three. So that's the end of the third quarter. Serbia well in command, 73-36 over Angola.
Here comes on the stage, B1 Dance Show. Here we go.
There is no more incredible man on the sun.
It was a better quarter for Angola, Jeff. You said there's got to be small positives. So we look at the statistics. You know, they didn't win the quarter, but they did score 18 points, which is as many as they scored through the first two. You know, offensive, rebounding-wise, they're still getting, you know, taken apart, really, 34-19. But they've got to take the small advantages, the small positives from this game. The next one, as I said, so try and score a number of points. They still want to win a quarter. If they can get the fourth quarter, that will be, you know, a good second half for them, if it's possible.
Thank you very much. Big applause for B1 team. Thank you.
It's nice to know that you will let me.
Starters still on the floor for Serbia. Angola going to the younger lineup.
So 73-36, Serbia on top here at the FIBA World Championship for women. One more quarter to go. And as you said, starters still on the court. Milovanovic, Budaliha, Markovic, Dabovic, and Dabovic. Well, I guess Markovic isn't the starter. But otherwise, Milica Dabovic goes right down Broadway, right down the middle of the lane. Now quickly up to Eduardo, and Milica Dabovic just comes in and takes it away. Markovic. Markovic from the right. She's getting her share of shots up. And now Galom gets it. And over to Gala with 7 on the shot clock. Eusebio off the back of the rim, and the shot clock sounded, but it hit the back of the rim, so they're going to have to come over and say, don't blow that horn if it hits the rim, because we have to stop it and come over and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, of course, we're playing, you know, the FIBA rules, which are changing going into next season now. So offensive rebounds will only see a 14-second reset of the shot clock. So a huge difference in the way the game will be played from now on. You know, you're not going to be able to get an offensive rebound and really pull it back out, run an entire offense once more. It's going to be very fast-paced. And teams are going to have to be aware that when they do get that offensive rebound, they've got to get it out and into an offense quickly, or immediately into attack mode once again.
Number 9, 9 numara Artemis Afonso.
Afonso inbounds it. So just under 9 minutes remaining now. Eusebio over to Afonso. Galong spins, gets in the lane, and travels. Traveling is the call.
Yeah, this really is the young lineup for Angola. Eusebio, 24 years of age. Gala on the floor, just 19. And then Afonso's 21 as well.
And Markovic, pump fake over to Milovanovic for 3. And that ball goes over to Angola. Inbounds goes to Afonso. And Butaliha just reaches in, steals it, and goes in for the layup.
You can hear the groan from the crowd. That was the Angolan fans, which have been firmly planted in their seats really for 3/4 of this game. You see the replays. More pressure coming from Serbia.
And Angola get it down low. And Felipe out to Butaliha, and an unsportsmanlike foul is called on Eusebio.
It's a beautiful pass ahead. Butaliha just threw it. There you see, she throws it ahead. And the Dabovic is going to win the foot race.
It's been an interesting day at the FIBA World Championship. We've had some blowouts. We've had some close games. Both venues here in Istanbul and in Ankara. Here earlier today, we saw Australia roll to a convincing win. And they took on Cuba, and I think they won that easier than expected. Canada had a tough time early on against Mozambique, and then they pulled away in the second half for a 15-point win. Then we saw Spain pull away from Japan in the second half. We saw Belarus had to pull out all stops to beat Korea. And tonight, over in Ankara, Turkey have only narrowly beaten France, 50-48. So it's just business as usual at these big FIBA World Championships.
Yeah, well, for us here in Istanbul, we expected, perhaps one close one, on one game which would be a larger margin. In fact, it was the other way around. We expected Australia and Cuba to be relatively close. It wasn't to be. Australia very comfortable in that one, and then Korea and Belarus. We expected the Europeans to really establish an early lead against Korea, but they were unable to do that. And really, coming down the stretch, it was a 3-point game before that 3 right on the last 10 seconds for Belarus.
And a little bit out of control, but she's bailed out by the foul from Guadalupe. Was fouled by Dabovic. 7.5 minutes remaining.
Dünya Şampiyonası B grubunda milli takımımız Fransa'yı 50-48 mağlup ederek
Just announced the score, I think, of Turkey's win over France, 50-48. They announced in Turkish, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
So your Turkish is better than mine.
Teşekkür ederim. Thank you. Now, ball goes out of bounds from Serbia. So with 5 seconds on the shot clock, Angola going to have to get into action fast here. Afonso gets it to Gala. Gala drives in and made the move but missed the layup.
It's a great move, and the difference, Serbia missed those shots first quarter. Offensive rebound and a putback. No one from Angola near the boards.
Milovanovic just drives in and uses the glass. She's now got a game-high 14 points. And the pass up ahead, they do get it, and it leads to an easy one. for number 15, Felipe.
The difference perhaps in this one, Sid coming in, Milivanovic, key player, 14 points for her. And then the players highlighted for Angola, Mauricio and Manuel, 7 points, 4 rebounds combined between those two.
Milica Dabovic, nice over-the-head pass there from her teammate, Butaliha. And, oh, they barely get it across midcourt, Felipe. Are you surprised Serbia are putting some pressure defense here at the end of the game?
Yes, I have to say, I expect it. Not so much the pressure. I think that's quite a good thing because they've found a rhythm. They don't want, you know, to play badly in the fourth quarter and remember the fact that they've played badly. But at the same time, I'm not the trapping, the pressing. I'm not sure about that. I would perhaps pick up and you know, shadow someone down the floor and guard it honestly, man to man. You never know, though. Maybe a full signal. They know they're not going to do it in any other game in this tournament. So they'll show the other teams traps and pressure, let them prepare against it, knowing they're never going to use it.
Right. So make them waste their preparation time.
Yeah. I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors. You don't want to show too much in games like this. You want to hold something back for the ones that are going to really count.
Butaliha scores the three-pointer. I'm guessing they will use it, though, because I think they're going to try to get a lot of points off their pressure.
And in that case, they may be practicing it. You know, there's always a thin line of what you want to show other teams and what you actually want to practice, get your players used to, you know, get them to feel comfortable in rotations or offenses or lineups.
Dabovic drives in and scores on the fast break. And the ball handling from Manuel. She does just about hold on, and inside it goes to Felipe and denied from behind by Rad. But again, Angola will keep it midway through the fourth quarter. Here's Dabovic. She wasn't sure if this was going to go in. Watch. She just gets it off, and it kind of rolls around and goes in. Good camera work there. Guadalupe. I suppose also Serbia would be deserving to get to the 100-point mark. Failure to beat the shot clock turns it back over.
Enters the game for Serbia. Number 4, number 8, and number 8,
Jovanovic comes back in. Radicaj, Ana Dabovic, and Milica Dabovic come out. Mauricio and Gonçalves are coming back in for Angola.
I think this is the first time, apart from the first 2 minutes before Manuel got fouled out, that we see Manuel and Mauricio together on the floor at the same time. That's the problem with Angola. If they're not even going to have their best players out there, they may struggle.
89-38. Now Mauricio looks for space, puts it up, and smallest player on the court, Radicaj, goes out and gets the rebound. Back outside to Butaliha. And Milivanovic drives in, uses the glass. And timeout called by Angola as you take another look at Milivanovic just driving in and taking her team's hold at 91 points.
Jogadora que sai aqui, não sai a fazer nada na linha, o drible passa por ela. A Dir está aqui, não mexe, não desloca. Não queremos jogar basquete assim.
That's part of the story, the assist to turnover ratio. Serbia with the 20 assists and 8 turnovers, and almost exactly the opposite for Angola. Also the points in the paint, the quality of shots that Serbia were getting versus those, they doubled the amount of attempts inside that paint. Angolan fans came here full of energy, full of excitement, but really late in the first quarter, I think they kind of realized it was going to be pretty tough tonight for their team because they've been pretty quiet, which is unfortunate because they can provide some great atmosphere.
As we talked about half-time, it's a long tournament though, you know, and I think they'll be aware, and Coach Moreira will be aware as well. You know, he's got 4 minutes now just to try and get some sort of performance together. They've only scored 2 points in this fourth period now, so they'll just want some momentum, something they can hang on to going into the next game.
Nice shot from Gonçalves. They meet the pressure.
The thing for Angola is they don't want to get too disheartened. The next game they have is against China. So really, you know, coming in, you'd say that's probably the one they'd earmark for a victory if they're going to get one. So they'll want to try and get a little bit of confidence going into that game. If they remember the Serbian game too much, it may affect their performance in the early stages tomorrow.
It's Krnjic.
For personal foul.
Krnjic is talking about centers. She and Adjokovic are the two centers, and she's just 23 years of age, 1.93 meters in height. And really, it's a Serbian team that has, you know, can stick around for a long time. The oldest player in the Serbian team is 32. That's Milica Dabovic. She's the only player that's 30 or over, so it's a relatively young team. Or it's a team that can, at least you can see, stay together for another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a great core as well. They've got good point guards.
Radicai's 26. Kato's 25. Krnjic, Jovanovic is 24. Milovanovic is still only 25. That's incredible. And Rad's 27, your favorite player. Now Krnjic gets inside and draws the foul.
Number 8, 6 numara, Ana Gonçalves. Second personal foul,
There's Milica Dabovic on the right and her younger sister, Ana Dabovic, on the left. And the difference in age between them, I think it's 7 years, isn't it?
Yeah. 25 and 32. If you look at that core of 25-year-olds for Serbia, Jovanovic is 24, Milovanovic is 25, Ana Dabovic is 25, and Radikar is 26. So that core right around the sort of 25-year age sort of range, very, very good for them, and through a lot of positions as well. Could all play together. It's not like they're doubling each other up.
Mauricio looks for Guadalupe. Under 3 minutes to go now. And Angolan steps out of bounds. Whereas for Angola, the age, we've already spoken about some of their youngsters, but they've also got the over-the-hill game with Mauricio now 34 years of age. So you have to wonder how many more tournaments she's going to have, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the question, who's going to fill that void? She's been the superstar, as you said, and previously MVP of Afrobasket. It's a similar question with the men's team as well, a lot of older players. Another unsportsmanlike foul.
Rad picks up the foul. And Rad goes for the 2 free throws, and Serbia will keep possession after the unsportsmanlike. Oh, yeah. If they didn't call it the first time, they were definitely going to call it the second time. You can see she got her at the arm and then went down by the waist.
Officials just had no choice.
Rad's 8 points. It's about right what she averaged last year at the Eurobasket women. And she misses the second free throw. 97.
She's going to hit a 3 to take them to 100 right here.
I wonder if there's any thinking for the Serbians that they'll like their performance more if they get to the 100 mark. Radicai. Now Jovanovic for 3. And Krnjic with the rebound. doesn't go up strong enough, and Angola take it away.
No, and that's the question mark there. You know, great offensive rebound. You've got to recycle possession, though. Can't get a quality look.
Mauricio drives in. The shot was missed by her teammate, Galom, but Mauricio got it back. She puts it on the floor, fouled by Mandic.
Number 5,
Mandic only 19 years of age, so she's the youngest of all the Serbians.
Serbia has a penalty situation. Sırbistan koridordaki takım var, hakkı olmuştur.
Galom drives, misses. And now Mandic with a minute and a half remaining. Mandic has yet to score. In fact, she's the only Serbian player not to score. So won't be surprised if she shoots it, and she does, and makes it. The three-pointer. And that means that Markovic now has, along with Adjukovic, each with 2 points, or the lowest scores for Serbia. So Mandic.
And they get the 100.
She won't have to carry the bags to the bus, unless that changes. Now from the left corner, and then Guadalupe goes up for the rebound and the follow, and is fouled.
Well, Mandic is the one that showed her inexperience there. Tried to just turn and jump for the rebound. She should have been boxing out, you see. Just comes in, elevates above her. That's what causes the foul. Mandic, she's played in 6 FIBA youth events, so she has good experience.
She was actually playing this summer, wasn't she, at the Under-20 European Championship?
That's
Division
right.
A?
Yep, 8.4 points a game.
How did Serbia do in that competition? Do you remember?
They're always trying to chick me.
There's Mandic right here at the top of the key. And Krnjic goes in, and the traveling, however, is called. So turns it back over. Eusebio dribbles up top. 30 seconds to go here in the game. 10 on the shot clock. Mauricio.
They finished 4th, Jeff. They lost to Italy in the 3rd and 4th playoff. What was the final score of that one?
They lost that game, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm looking back at my stats, and you're not allowing me to look. Here's the dribble and the drive, the penetration, and the foul. We needed another foul here in the final minute, 20 seconds. It was 68-63 they lost, if memory serves correctly. Italy beating them in the under-20s. And you wonder how many other good youngsters are coming up for Serbia. So that's good that they've had a productive summer at that level. They would have liked to have gotten a medal, but they're playing in the top flight in that age group. So 100-42, Serbia closing it out here. And I guess you'd have to say it was an impressive win for them. They took control in the first quarter, and Angola have just been overmatched here against Radicai in Angola. That was a 2. So Radicai had a great game, really. And that's how it's going to finish. So 102-42, a 60-point win for Serbia here at the FIBA World Championship over the African champions, Angola. Well, Serbia's taken another step. They got to the FIBA World Championship for women, something nobody expected them to do last year, and they had started off with a win here against Angola. Not just a win, a convincing win, a 60-point win. And they will have games against China and the United States to follow. That takes, I guess, some of the pressure off of them. They pretty much know they're going to be, you know, you would imagine in that top 2 or 3 places. Here are some of the damage that they did, just shooting 60% inside the arc, hitting a lot of threes, a lot of free throws. Angola struggling to get into their offense. From the rebounding standpoint, Serbia got a lot of second chance points. They ended up out rebounding Angola 40-25.
Yeah, and then the turnovers, Jeff. 27 turnovers from Angola, on top of the, you know, getting out rebounded by that margin. That's the difference in the game. Serbia, job done. They'll go on to the US tomorrow and see if they can shock the world, really.
Well, Milovanovic ended up with the game high 16 points. Nobody hit double digits for Angola. Butaliha had the 5 steals. And Serbia, who will have the advantage, I guess, of being able to stick around and watch some of the USA game. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Certainly the coaches will. Milovanovic, Butaliha, and Radicai were the top scorers. Angola had Eusebio and Thomas each with 9 points.
Sonia Guadalupe, 2 servis atış kullanacak.
Skłaniaj policji! Serbia!
Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the last screen for an overview of Group T 2014 FIBA World Championship program. Sevgili basketbol severler, 2014 FIBA Kadınlar Dünya Şampiyonası ilk grubu görüntülerini de ekrandan izleyebilirsiniz.
Wanna